Hi, I'm Nathan Grimmond, the founder of Grimmond. Welcome to Lusso. It's trying to look at it from a different approach. Building's one thing, so I've spoken about this before in the past. You go get an architect will design you a house based on a certain piece of land, based on orientation to the sun and your personal preference, and you create all these things. Then you've got project builders, like your big builders out there that do cut, copy, and you just end up with a product that everyone has, but it's very affordable, right? So it's kind of piecing those two things together. But to formulate that and actually give the people some value, if you start with the design first, you're not going to get it. You need to go out there, see what's out there, see what you can find, what you can source, and then how can you harmoniously bring all those things together to produce an outcome that is beautiful and people are attracted to it, and also something that you can afford without it being astronomical, you know? Customs one end of the market and people want complete uniqueness, but you can still have that uniqueness with products that are already out there. And that's what I spent the last 3 years doing. With Grimmond, our sales pitch is the fact that we can help be flexible on the design. So we can change stuff on the fly with agreement in place to make things better, you know? And that's the extra value we give as an architect first builder, not just a builder. When we look at what I've done here, it's formulating everything into a look, taste and feel that is relevant for today's market. Lusso will evolve over time, but it will be a collection of material palettes, finishes that will be classic in nature and last forever and look forever and not age, but that will also evolve and be adaptable and always in with what is in the style, because I am in that market and I'm building all these amazing things that are at the top end of the market, but we're also grabbing things that are of a like nature and being able to source it from here. It's a lot of work to do it, so that's why people don't do it to start with. It's a big process, and then there's a few of us involved that do it. And there's a lot of stuff you got to do and research and credibility checking and time to go check out these factories and where all these people are operating from, so that you can have a product that you have a warranty, you have people that are backing it, big business, big government, people involved, that if you get something that you're not happy with or your customer's not happy with, you've got a leg to stand on and you can go back and swap it. And then that's what's taken so long for us. We didn't rush this process, you know, so it's quite unique. I sit here and apart from the concrete, the TV and the Sonos system and probably the roof, everything you see here is imported. Even the furniture. The furniture is even more unique because I found what I wanted and I got it customized and made specifically for the house and flow. And you name a builder that's going to give you all that. End to end, the whole way through. Even your lighting. It's like anything in life, when you just layer thing upon thing upon thing upon thing, you become better, everything becomes better. So you've got to add that extra layer. There's lots of things. I think time's a big one. You've got a certain amount of time, everyone runs on money. So time is money, people want to do it. So I think if you can have a plan for your life and go, okay, everyone's biggest asset in their life is usually their house. It's the biggest thing they'll spend money on, they borrow heaps of money for it, but yet they'll finally get to the point of when they're going to do it, and then they'll jump straight in. They spend all their time trying to get their deposit, they get the funding, and they go, oh, okay, good, I'm ready, let's go. If in parallel to that, you were designing your house in the hope that you knew one day you could do it, and then in parallel you're designing your dream house, when you get there, the decisions and all the little intricacies you could work out. So if time is of essence, do it parallel. If you've got time to get the funding and know you can do it to get to a point that you can do that, then you can have a big gap between that and building. People don't understand, but when you go and do a normal development, it's at least 2 to 3 times in council and the planning process compared to the build phase. The build phase might be 10 to 12 months. That process of design and development and council approvals and everything could have taken 2 years. So that's only that side, and then you haven't really condensed and spent enough time on the design things. Hence why you pay architects and that to help you. But if you can get that in your mind first about what you really want in a home and what you expect out of a home, that would help. You can't ask that. I'm proud of all of them. So there's heaps of unique materials here, and we'll walk around and you're gonna have heaps of video of it. You've got the external wall cladding, which is made out of a byproduct of porcelain, so it's very solid, and it creates all kinds of surfaces that feel like stone. And it essentially is, and it's very hard wearing, and you can durable, it's outside, it's fireproof, it's waterproof, it's everything like that, and it's made from the recycled parts of porcelain. So that's probably one of my favourite ones. It's an external wall panel. It comes in stone-like, travertine-like, all sorts of patterns, and it's made in a mould, and it's also flexible. So you can wrap it around curves and radiuses and arches and all this kind of stuff. So the flexibility of that I really like. I like the flexibility that you could use it inside as a wall panel. You could use it on an island bench. You could use it also, you can make furniture out of it. You can make vanities out of it. I really like that product. The internal wall panels, which you can probably pick up in this interview, you can see that these are like a leather finished wall panel, and they go on the walls instead of plasterboard, right? And they go in like a tongue and groove. So that's like that upper end luxury wall finish, non-standard plasterboard. Like, mate, these wall panels come in any finish you want. You can get them in timber, you can get them in like beautiful like metallics, and not that you put metallic in there, but you know what I mean? Like, you can get it in anything you want. And to have that in a standard house is the same as you would have in one of the best hotels in the world. This leather look wall finish in the whole, you expect to see it at a lobby in Hollywood, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, wow, New York, you're like, and you're getting it in your house, right? So that's another really cool finish. You notice straight away, you touch and feel it, and you're like, whoa, this is different. Stone's always good, it's the same. You can get it all over the world, you just get a much bigger option. The joinery is another good one. It's just more sophisticated. You go to all these expos all around the world, Italian fairs and all that, and they're just doing all different stuff that we don't do here. They're just ahead, you know. There's much bigger markets of people out there that get to access these things, and people get to spend a lot more money on research and development in those products, therefore they end up with it. And then for them to go to market and bring it to here is not that exciting because of the size of our market. So it's up to people like us to go find it and bring it specifically for our clients, and that's why it's unique and that's why you don't see it. Furniture's a big one, lighting's a big one, but yeah, the wall panels really stick out to me. So over the next few months, we'll be creating an online portal with some of these products up for offer. We'll also have our showroom here on the Gold Coast where you can visually come in and check this stuff. And yeah, we'll be releasing a lot of these items to the market. We'll also have access to design people like myself and my staff, where we can sit and talk through finishes and go and source that for you in your project of a certain scale, okay? So we will offer an end-to-end building service as we do under Grimmond, but under Lusso, we will be offering these products, materials, finishes, direct to business, and people that have a substantial quantity, you know? So we're just playing with it at the start. We'll see where it ends up, but that's the vision for it, and that will fall under Lusso.